Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series, and today we are going over episode 66 and I hope you enjoy. This episode begins with Ash and Go at the lab taking care of a few of the Pokemon, and then 4 of Go's different coloured Flabébé that he caught in Kalos all evolve at the same time and turn into Floette. But then Go wonders where the rare white Flabébé is and why it isn't evolving. It turns out that part of its flower was broken, so Ash and Go decide to head to Kalos once again to see if they can find Flabébé a new flower. A lot of people have been comparing this episode to XY episode 27 to find a fairy flower, where Bonnie has to help a Flabébé find a flower. I don't remember anything about that episode, so I went into this one as its own thing. They arrive in Kalos, Go takes Grookey and Flabébé with him, and I really liked the dynamic between Go and Flabébé. They built a nice little bond in this episode, with Flabébé hanging out on Go's hair since it couldn't fly anymore without its flower. So it turns out the original place where the flowers were was underneath a rock, so they've got to go look somewhere else. And the professor tells them that he knows someone nearby who can help. But before that, we get an amazing shot of Go outside the Pokemon Center in Shallow City, and we see the Tower of Mastery in the background, which was awesome. This is what I want when Ash and Go visit other regions, notable landmarks that can be seen in these places. So after spending a while searching, they eventually head up and meet up with this flower shop owner who Cerise recommended. She owns a Florges who knows grassy terrain, and grassy terrain heals all the flowers which are inside the area, and it turns out that Florges had a similar problem with its own flower, so they feel for Flabébé and want to help it out. They head over to the new area where the flowers might be. They see a bunch of pink flowers that end up blooming in the moonlight and turning into white flowers for Flabébé. So it's now found a new flower, and it was a really nice moment. We also see another new Flabébé getting its very first white flower from this area, so this has become a new spot for all the white Flabébé to get their flowers, and then Flabébé evolves into Floette just like the others did earlier, and it also learns grassy terrain just like the Florges knew from earlier as well, and heals every flower so that the forest is now full of white flowers. It was a really nice wholesome ending, with Go letting Floette stay there in the forest to watch over the flowers and protect them, similar to how he released Dugtrio. And it's good because he's already got 4 Floettes, so it's not like this one was needed. It was just a nice bonding experience for Go. So that's pretty much it. It was a pretty boring episode, but it wasn't bad by any means. I actually enjoyed this more than the Absol episode, which is insane to me. It just seemed a bit more chilled and wholesome. It wasn't trying to be anything it wasn't. It was a nice little adventure to Kalos. We got some cool shots of Shallow City and a very nice bonding episode and release at the end from Go and Floette. Overall, this episode gets a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.